Okay, so this is going to seem like a random thought, but it really isn't. I've been actually thinking about this for years about what movies or IPs, television shows, or whatever that studios decide to do remakes. And I think it's kind of the double safe thing in some cases. The safe thing is to do a remake of The Lion King because it was hugely popular. To do a remake of the Little Mermaid, to do a remake of all these animated movies, and they repackage and say like it's live action, when it's not live action. It's just a different format, right? Like the Lion King movie. How are you going to get like a truly live action Lion King without torturing the hell out of animals to get them to look like they're talking to one another? So they're just really doing it in a different format. I mean, I guess you could say mixed results in my opinion. The combination of live action with CGI. At best, you're doing a Roger Rabbit. You mix, you have the Little Mermaid or the Jungle Book, which actually the Jungle Book I really did enjoy. That's probably one of my favorite Disney movies altogether. But not just focusing on Disney, what I call the double, the I guess the double act of non-creativity is not only getting an idea and making it, borrowing a pre-existing idea, which is what Disney's been doing for years, but then copying a copy, like getting an old fairy tale, remaking it and Disneyfying it, and then making it again as live action. And okay, sure. But if they're going to do this, if they're going to do any type of remake, whether it's a remake of a remake or a original remake, choose a property where the original was kind of bad, or at least the remake of the original was bad. And the thing that immediately comes in mind, because I'm not going to lie, I was kind of excited about this, and mean this, was the Jem movie. So yeah, in 2015, I don't know if people remember Jem, Jem. It was this animated show that ran for 3 seasons in 1985. I think you can see it on Tubi now for free. But it was about this band where the lead singer had a double identity. I think her name was like Erica Roberts, or I may be just getting Eric Roberts and feminizing his name. But if I can't remember her name, it may be Erica nothing. I know there was somebody. I think the antagonist of the movie was named, his last name may have been Eric. Look, the show came out in '85. Okay, I haven't watched the cartoon in decades, but I remember it being very entertaining. And I remember, like, even though it was kind of geared towards girls, it was basically like it was a soap opera, but it had like good drama. And I remember there were other guys who watched this show that was kind of geared towards girls. And even if other guys didn't watch it, it was a good show, right? It was a soap opera for kids. So then in 2015, they tried to do a live action of it, and it was kind of bad, right? Because one of the key things of the show, one of the pivotal things of it, is that the way she had her double identity is she had this computer called Synergy, which is basically an AI that created holograms. The name of the group was Jem and the Holograms. And she could just create images in air, almost like a super. Like she basically had a superpower. Like I'm sure there's an X-Men character that can do that. Like imagine Mysterio, essentially, right? And they took that element out of the live action movie because I think one thing is because the movie had a very, very limited budget. I think the studio that put it out there they were known for making kind of low budget movies. So it was basically Hannah Montana before there was Hannah Montana, with kind of a science fiction element. So I would love if they would remake, it'd be a remake of a remake. The movie was a remake of the animated movie, but do a remake of a remake, but actually do it justice. And I'm sure there'll be people who probably make the Hannah Montana comparisons, but who cares, right? Hell, I don't know. Even why not put Miley Cyrus in the movie if she'd be willing to do it. I actually think Miley Cyrus is a decent actress. So maybe, I don't know, put her in the movie, kind of a wink and a nod to it. But just in general, if you're going to remake remakes or remake whatever, choose things that were remade terribly the first time, or at least when they first came out were terrible, and quit doing the safe route of just going and getting things that people already like and just remaking a thing, hoping you can kind of ride all the positivity of it. unless you're going to do something really, really original with it. And I guess I probably had my bias to the Jungle Book because it was, I remember on the Jungle Book's like a fairly old animated movie. And also they had some fun with the music. And also the little boy who played Mowgli was really, he was really great in that movie. Just a thought.